Welcome to the YouTube channel of Legally Trust. This video is one of the series of educational videos that will be available on this channel under the category General Awareness.
Hello friends, in today's video we will discuss about strict liability and absolute liability. So let us first understand strict liability. The principle of strict liability states that any person who keeps hazardous substances on his premises will be held responsible if such substances escape the premise and cause any damage. It can be said that if a person brings on his land and keeps some dangerous thing, and such a thing is likely to cause some damage if it escapes, then such person will be answerable for the damage caused. The person from whose property such substance escapes will be held accountable even when he hasn't been negligent in keeping the substance in his premises. The liability is imposed on him not because there is any negligence on his part, but the substance kept on his premises is hazardous and dangerous. Now let us understand the essentials of strict liability. First essential is dangerous substance. The defendant will be held strictly liable only if a dangerous substance escapes from his premises. Secondly, non-natural use. To constitute a strict liability, there should be a non-natural use of the land. And third, escape. One more essential condition to make the defendant strictly liable is that the material should escape from the premises and should be within the reach of the defendant after its escape. Now let us understand the exceptions of strict liability. The first exception is plaintiff's fault, meaning if the plaintiff is at fault and any damage is caused, the defendant wouldn't be held liable as the plaintiff himself came in contact with the dangerous thing. Secondly, act of God. The phrase act of God can be defined as an event which is beyond the control of any human agency. Such acts happen exclusively due to natural reasons and cannot be prevented even while exercising caution and foresight. The defendant wouldn't be liable for the loss if the dangerous substance escaped because of some unforeseen and natural event which couldn't have been controlled in any manner. Thirdly, act of third party. The rule also doesn't apply when the damage is caused due to the act of a third party. The third party means that the person is neither the servant of the defendant nor the defendant has any contact with them or control over their work. Consent of the plaintiff. This exception follows the principle of volunty non fit injuria. Now let us understand absolute liability. According to the rule of absolute liability, if any person is engaged in an inherently dangerous or hazardous activity, and if any harm is caused to any person due to any accident which occurred during the carrying out of such inherently dangerous and hazardous activity, then the person who is carrying out such activity will be held absolutely liable. The exception to the strict liability rule also wouldn't be considered. The rule laid down in the case of MC Mehta versus Union of India was also followed by the Supreme Court while deciding the case of Bhopal gas tragedy. Now let us understand the difference between strict liability and absolute liability. In strict liability, any person can be made liable, whereas in absolute liability, only an enterprise can be made liable because of the commercial objective. In strict liability, the escape of a dangerous thing is necessary, whereas in absolute liability, an enterprise can be made responsible even without an escape. Certain exceptions are available to a person in strict liability, whereas no defenses are available in absolute liability. In short, absolute liability is strict liability minus all the exceptions. Hope this video was informative. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hope the information contained in this video was useful to you. We look forward to each one of your support and cooperation in making this initiative a success. For more details about the trust, do visit us at www.legalaidtrust.in. Kindly subscribe this channel and click on the bell icon to get the latest updates about various law-related educational videos. Thank you for watching us and have a good day.